to swim?
No, dear.
I thought perhaps they couldn't.
Flora, where did you learn that song?
I don't think I remember.
It's the song from the music box, isn't it? Isn't it? Who is it? Over there.
So, today I'm going to review The Innocents. This movie made in 1961, directed by Jack Clayton, and it stars Deborah Kerr. I enjoyed this movie. Let me just start off by saying that. I like watching an old black and white horror film. It reminds me just how good a scary movie can be. Scary movies today are often, they're defined by just how much blood they are, how loud they are. Just they don't really scare me. I mean, when you do get scared, it's these jump scares. You don't, it doesn't creep you out after the movie. Once it's done, it never occurs in your head again. You just kind of go, man, that was messed up. That it doesn't stay on you. It doesn't creep, in under your skin into the soul. It doesn't do any of that. This one did. This one had no blood, almost no profanity. I mean, there's these two children say some stuff that nothing compared to what kids say today on a casual basis. But it's still like in the context of the movie, you kind of go, whoa, you're not supposed to say that. But basic premise is this governess is hired by this bachelor uncle. He has to take care of these two kids, his nephews, after the mom dies and the parents die and all that. And he kind of he supports them with financially, but he doesn't really want to be there with them. He doesn't have any time and kind of just doesn't want to be with them. So he hires a governess and just says, just take over. And she gets there and everything seems kind of nice, and then later some stuff goes down, and that's pretty much the movie. That's a setup. I'll put a trailer hopefully afterwards. So another thing about this movie that I enjoy is the fact that it's made in black and white film. There's usually when you film in black and white, or when you shoot in black and white, you have to take into account the lighting, because it's very important in black and white. Like, if you don't have the lighting, you don't have a picture. In color, it's not so much. So because they do that, they obviously have to know how to shoot film, and they make it creepy. It's lit in a very creepy way. When they're outside at night, it just looks eerie. So that kind of adds to the atmosphere, the overall creepy atmosphere. The dialogue is also, I don't know if this is intentional or not. Either way it works for it. So it's almost too, I don't know how to say it. It's almost too nice, too perfect at first in the beginning. The way they speak and the manners, everything, they have like perfect manners. This again, it works for it because it giant contrast with what happens later on in the film. And again, it builds up this like perfect setting, and then it just kind of destroys it throughout the events of the movie. It tears your soul. It creeps you out. These two demon childs, the two kids in the movie, they are creepy. They're like the creepiest kids I've ever seen. Especially the one kid, the little boy Miles. Frightening, man. This guy, you're thinking the Damon, the movie. What's it called? The Omen? I don't know. The kid has nothing on this guy, Miles. This guy's creepy as can be. But anyways, long story short, it's a fine film, and I would recommend you check it out if you want to watch a real scary movie, one that kind of disturbs you, kind of the way that Polanski does in most of his older stuff. Same deal, something like that. So if you enjoy Polanski, Rosemary's Baby, Repulsion, the earlier review I made earlier, you'll probably like this one. So check it out.
Never been a ghost story created especially for the adult moviegoer until The Innocents. Do they ever return to possess the living? 20th Century Fox, which presented Deborah Carr in Heaven Knows Mr. Allison, and such outstanding motion picture immortals as Snake Pit, Gentleman's Agreement, and Peyton Place, now gives you The Innocents. Based on the Henry James chiller of macabre evil. Brilliantly adapted for the screen by William Archibald and Truman Capote. They never return to possess the living.
You can see. You must.
The Innocents, produced and directed by Jack Clayton, the man who directed Room at the Top, turned into fearful reality by the magnificent performance of Miss Deborah Carr, with Michael Redgrave as the uncle, co-starring Peter Wingard, Meggs Jenkins.
I saw him staring. Who, miss? The same man, the man on the tower. The tower? But now, just now, he was staring past me into the house as if he were hunting someone.
What's he like, miss?
Oh, he had dark, curling hair and the hardest, the coldest eyes.
Is he? Would you say he was very handsome?
Yes, handsome, and obscene.
Do they ever return to possess the living?
And when did you first see and hear of such things?
Why, I made them up.
Shall I tell you who taught them to you?
I won't ever again, I promise.
Shall I tell you who taught you? The things you've done, the things you've said? Shall I tell you his name?
Perhaps the most controversial concept in human relationships ever presented on the screen, with one of the world's great stars, from the man who directed Room at the Top, a new and adult motion picture experience.